And if they do stray away, there's your answer, is that you needed to walk away. If I'm being honest. I was just being petty and messy after a while. This major, I don't know. Sometimes you gotta take a step back. Like, don't just keep fumbling and trying to get through to say that you finished on time or whatever. Tell them I need a time out. I need a break because I need to think about some things. It's getting real hazy in my head right now. My vision. Speaking of clarity, if you haven't subscribed, let me know why. Are you not clear about what I'm talking about? Welcome to Worthy Soul. And if this is not your first time, welcome back. If this is your 10th time, 50th time, first time, third time, whatever time it is, thank you. Thank you for coming back. Like I said, if this is not your first time, my name is Dania Lane. And sometimes, y'all, life be feeling like a whirlwind. Sometimes you just be like, oh my God, I need to get out of this place. I need to get out of this situation. I need to get out. I don't know what I'm going to do next, but I need to get out. And I'm just here to say that, get out. It's okay if you just need to get out sometimes. Sometimes you need to get out to gain clarity about what you do need to do, depending on the situation, whether you're in school, whether you're in a relationship with somebody romantically, whether it's a friendship, whether it's a situation at home with the people that you live with. Sometimes you just need to get out of that situation to have some calm, to really reflect on some things and think about things and figure out, okay, am I about to get out permanently? Or am I just going to make some adjustments that I need to make, communicate those adjustments to whoever, and move forward? But all I'm saying is, if you need to get out, don't be afraid to get out. Whatever it is, if it's a person, school, whatever, if you need a break from it, take a break. If it's a person, friend, family member, whoever you romantically with, like, if you have to physically, like, really just stop all communication, let them know. For sure, let them know. But remember that, and don't be afraid to do that, because whoever you have to let that know to, let them know, whoever that is, whoever the person is that you have to let them know, like, hey, I just need, sometimes I need a break. Sometimes, I'm going to be gone for a little bit. I just need to think about a couple things. Whatever it is, let them know. And they should be willing to give you that space. They should be willing to say, okay, when you come in, they might be like, when you coming back, how long you need. If you don't have the answers, let them know. I really don't have no answer. But if it's a romantic partner, situationship, whatever it is, I will say that take that time. And also let that be a lesson, because guess what? If they really rocking with you the way that they say they are, they're not going to just stray away and go find somebody else because you need a break. Like, you're like, I just need to get some clarity. And if they do stray away, there's your answer, is that you needed to walk away. You know what I mean? Because when you communicate somebody your needs and they just say, okay, but then they go and they show you what they want to do, read what they want to do. Accept it. Honor their wishes. If they choose to go somewhere else, if they choose to do whatever, honor their wishes. Because I remember I had to do that one time. Like, this situationship that I was in, that was a hot mess. Ghetto. And I was just, y'all, I was just rough. I don't know. After a while, I just was there because I was just, if I'm being honest, I was just being petty and messy after a while, because of what was going on. So it was like, I'm going to just stay a little while, be disruptive like they've been disruptive to me, in a sense, which is terrible. But like I said, it was a situationship. It was just a mess anyways. But I remember, telling him, like, hey, this is getting too much. You know what I mean? Like, this is getting too much. I need a break. Like, I don't know what, it's things that you need to work on. Things that are detrimental to the situation that you have to work on if we're ever going to be able to be in an actual relationship. And so when I did that, what they do, continued to do them, well, kept doing them, whatever. But they show me like, they not for real. Like they just want stuff their way, and they're not really trying to be over here with you. Because why you telling them why you need a break, and they know that they're the reason why you need a break. They know they was cutting up. They know that they be doing too much. They knew all of that, but then they still chose to go ahead and start dealing with other people, which was fine. It was just, for me, it was like, yeah, bro, you just gonna keep doing this. Like, you don't really care. You don't really care about this situation, and that's cool. And I adjusted myself accordingly. But that's what you have to do. Don't ever feel like you have to stay in a situation because you don't want to lose a person, because you don't know what you want to do. No, communicate to them why you're in that headspace, why you need to remove yourself, whatever it is, and gain that clarity. Now, sometimes if you don't want to remove yourself completely because maybe you don't know, maybe you guys are living together, it's not just a situation of a romantic partner, maybe it's a friend, a roommate, family member, whatever it is, there's other ways to get out of a situation per se without physically removing your presence, or without mentally and emotionally removing yourself from the situation. Well, no, I take that back. That's what you're going to have to do. If you can't physically remove yourself, you may have to mentally or emotionally remove yourself from that situation so that you can have the time and the clarity, gain the clarity that you need to make the right decision for yourself. And sometimes what that can look like is, you go ahead, and if you're in a relationship, right, like if there's certain issues or problems that you have with that person, and maybe you've talked to them about it, but you're still struggling to figure out what you want to do about it, when you keep running into that issue or problem with that person, work on trying to not let it bother you as much, because you already know, like, okay, I know this is an issue, I don't know what to do with it right now, that's what I'm trying to figure out, I don't want to completely leave the situation, but you do have to remove yourself mentally or emotionally from that particular problem, right? So if it keeps happening, it keeps becoming a problem, you don't have to keep complaining about it, you don't have to keep communicating to them about it. If you already know, like, I've communicated and it's not really going anywhere and I don't know what to do, so stop talking about it. Stop talking about it until you figure out what you want to do. And it can be hard, I know it may be harder. It may be a harder thing to do. It's going to be harder to do than, it's the easier said thing to do. Y'all know what I mean. It's gonna be it may be hard to do, but work on it and give yourself that grace and the situation that grace and mercy that it needs, so that you can gain the clarity that you need to make the appropriate decision for yourself. When, like I said, you're not able to remove yourself completely from that situation. But if you are able to remove yourself completely from that situation, do that. Walk away, whatever. Tell them I need a time out. I need a break because I need to think about some things. It's getting real hazy in my head right now. My vision of the situation is getting real hazy, and I just need to gain some clarity. I'm not trying to. Now, if you're trying to go, get out of it and move forward with life, or move forward with finding out what you want to do. And if you're like, okay, maybe in the future, maybe it's you, maybe you're the reason why life is so clouded and things is getting a little crazy because you have too many things going on, or whatever it is. But always make sure that you take that time to gain that clarity. You are worth gaining the appropriate level of clarity that you need to make the appropriate decision for yourself and for your life in that situation. Because you don't want to make it sporadically. But if you have to get out of that situation sporadically, you do want to remove yourself from it and just, like I said, communicate to the person. Like, hey, I just need a little time. I don't know. I don't know what I want right now. I'm a little confused. And if you know the issues or the reasons that you're confused, you could convey that with that person, just to give the situation a better chance of surviving during that break or during that time that you're away or whatever, so that everybody's on the same page, and you could be able to say, like, hey, this is what I said, do you agree to it or not? If they don't, guess what? There's your clarity, because you have to do what's good for you first and foremost. And whoever is your friend, your partner, your spouse, family member, whatever, they should have your best interest just as well as their best interest and the situation's best interest. And them having your best interest or you having their best interest is giving each other that space to say, okay, I'm going to give you this time that you need to gain the clarity that you need so that you can make the right decision, so that I can make the right decision in relationships. Now, school and stuff, take them breaks, y'all. Still, take them breaks. Like, especially, I know being in school, right? Like college, grad school, doctoral programs, whatever they are. Yes, people talk about a certain amount of time that you want to be able to go ahead and finish, and everybody doesn't want to technically be behind. But them time frames are based off of like a general life, like people's general lives, like an ideal situation. Ideally, yes, you should graduate in this amount of time. But guess what? Life is not ideal for everybody all the time. So if you need time and you got to take that hiatus from school, you got to withdraw for a little bit so that you can either, maybe sometimes you don't know what you're doing in school. You don't know, like, you like this major, I don't know. Sometimes you got to take a step back. Like, don't just keep fumbling and trying to get through to say that you finished on time or to say that you completed this degree or you started what you finished. I mean, you finished what you started in the allotted amount of time or the typical amount of time or the recommended amount of time that people say you should finish and finish things. I don't know what's wrong with my words today, y'all. They everywhere. But maybe because I think it is so important. You know, it is so important for us to take time to gain clarity, to be willing to say, I do need this clarity and I'm going to get this clarity regardless of what I may lose. Because at the end of the day, if you lose it, it wasn't for you anyways. You will never lose anything that is for you because the right people will always stick around. The people that are meant to be in your life, the people that are there for you, your people, they're going to be there for you and they're going to be there to support you in those decisions instead of being upset with you because you're not going, like things aren't going their way. And then even those same people, when you do have to take a break from certain things, school or maybe a business venture that you're doing, whatever it is, those people are going to be there to support you. They're going to be patient with you and they're going to try to help you create the environment that you need so that you can gain that clarity so that you can make the right decision and you can figure out what you need to do next. And just remember, when you're trying to gain clarity, patience is key because we don't want to make rash decisions. We don't want to make a rush decision. We don't want to make a sporadic decision because we're just so frustrated and tired. No. If the situation does not cause for a definite decision right then and there, take your time. Take your time to gain that clarity so that you can move forward and make sure that when you move forward in your decision, you're putting your best foot forward and you're confident in your decision and you know, like, okay, yes, this is what I want to do. Yes, I know why I'm doing this, or yes, I know why I no longer want to do this, or why I do want to walk away from this person, or why I do want to let this situation go. And like I said, sometimes it's going to be a learning lesson. Sometimes you're not going to have to make the decision. In your clarity, they're going to show you what their decision is and how they feel about you needing to get clarity. And if it's not a healthy feeling, and if it's something negative and they like making it seem like they just don't understand or they don't care, there's your decision right there. Move forward. But if they stick by your side and they're there for you, genuinely there for you, and they're being honest and they're trying to support you to make sure that you get the clarity that you need and give you the space that you need to get that clarity, they may be somebody worth keeping in your life. And sometimes, maybe you have to readjust how you keep them in your life. But they may be somebody worth keeping in your life. The situation, when you have to walk away from school or have to walk away from a job venture, business venture, a job, whatever it is, when you're able to go back in that situation, it makes it a little bit easier. You get a little more confident about where you're at or what you're doing because like, okay, I didn't miss out on anything. And this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And I'm going to finish it or I'm going to continue to pursue it if it is school, job, people, whatever it is. But Like I said, when it gets a little confusing, don't feel like you have to know exactly what the problem is before you walk away from it. You don't. You don't. Sometimes you could just say, hey, I don't know what the problem is, but I do need to take a step back. I need to gain me a little clarity. And like I said, if it's somebody that you can't just fully remove yourself from them, at least remove yourself mentally and emotionally from whatever that problem is that you're having with them until you do have the clarity that you need to be able to make the right decision. And speaking of clarity, if you haven't subscribed, let me know why. Are you not clear about what I'm talking about? Are you not clear about maybe you just don't have enough clarity on what I'll be discussing? Or you feel like, I just need a little more time. Maybe you got some tips for me. Maybe it's something about me. Let me know. Put it in the comments. Or if it's you, let me know too. We're going to discuss it. And if you have subscribed, thank you. Make sure that you like, share, come back. And follow me on other social medias. Instagram, Facebook, Threads. Other places maybe eventually. Working on them, but we still here for now. And if y'all have any situations that y'all remember that y'all had to walk away from or that you had to gain clarity in, let us know in the comments. Let's talk about it. If you have some points and tips on how somebody can do this process of gaining clarity so they can make the right decisions, put them in the comments so everybody can grow. We can continue to grow together. I can grow as I help you grow. And we can just enjoy life with the most clarity possible, because we are worth making decisions, good decisions, clear decisions, not rush decisions that we may regret later. We don't want to do that. So I hope you don't regret watching this video either.